Okay, and before, well,
So, Commissioner's Office will report on the items. Approved January 25th, 2018 by the County Administrator, authorized by Resolution 18-003, under the direction and supervision of the County Commissioners, that was approved January 4th, 2018, pursuant to ORC 305.30.
so on January 25th for Water Resources, I approved and executed a service contract with Geauga County Plumbing LLC to perform plumbing services in the water section within the department for a 3-year period, 18 through 20, in an amount not to exceed $6,000 or $2,000 a year. I approved and executed a service contract agreement with Harper Well and Pump Incorporated to perform well and well pump services as needed at various locations within the department for a 2-year period, 18 and 19, in an amount not to exceed $10,000 or $5,000 each year. I approved and executed a service contract agreement with Bergman Associates, Inc. to perform maintenance services and installation of all telemetry and control systems, including meter calibration, at various wastewater facilities within the department for a 1-year period, for 18, in an amount not to exceed $5,000. And finally, I approved and executed the service contract agreement with Bergman Associates, Inc. to perform maintenance services and installation of all telemetry and control systems, including meter calibration, at various water facilities within the department for a 1-year period, 2018, in an amount not to exceed $10,000. Now,
Morning.
Good morning. Okay, the financials today, we have a supplemental appropriation from the Sheriff's Office for their Rotary Fund equipment account. This will help them purchase some vehicles for their undercover detectives in the Social Security, and it brings in some federal money as well. So this, according to Chris Kennedy at the Sheriff's, this doesn't cost the general fund any money. It's completely reimbursed, and they're going to be, I think, auctioning off one of the old vehicles as well. There's cash transfers from the general fund to Job and Family Services for the third quarter special fiscal year 2018 commitment. Cash transfer from the general fund to probate court conduct of business fund for court fees allowed by ORC 2101.17 for cases from 2017. Encumbrances include an encumbrance increase from the Commissioner's Office for the Trumbull County Treasurer's Office to cover an increased Geauga County pro rata share of the 11th District Court of Appeals expenses. Encumbrances with McGlinchey Stafford for a special prosecutor, and Scotta Minotti for forensic accounting services. There is a then and now certificate from ADP to CDWG for some data cartridges that were purchased. Travel requests from the Common Pleas Court to attend Ohio Chief Probation Officers Association training and the Community Corrections Association Symposium on Quality Assurance and Improvement, both in Columbus, Ohio. Also a travel request from DES for Roger Peterson to attend the Emergency Management Association of Ohio Spring Conference in Dublin. Among the vouchers are $25,245.52 from the Commissioner's Office to the Geauga County Airport Authority. This includes a $22,721 pass-through grant from the FAA and a $2,524.52 local match. This is for reimbursement request number 4 on the Terminal Apron Rehabilitation Project. And there's also $143,937.25 from the Juvenile Court for the Geauga County share of the detention center funding.
So a couple of things I talked to Adrian about this morning. First of all, the Sheriff's Office Rotary Fund cars. Those are paid for out of an account that's like a grant.
Mm-hmm.
No? I'm seeing the
It's a
Sheriff.
Rotary fund. The money goes in, we get paid by Social Security,
Right.
and so that money goes in, and then when we need new cars, then it goes back out. That's why
But it's not paid for out of the operating budget.
It's what?
It's not paid for out of the operating budget. It's
No.
not coming out of our budget. It's out of other funds
No
that you
general
receive.
fund money.
And so the point being, we were having a conversation this morning, when these vehicles come in, as long as that fund exists, as long as you can continue to pay for those vehicles out of that fund, we're all good. If the fund goes away, or if the funding goes away for those cars, at some point in time we might feel an obligation to maintain those cars. They might convert to the operating budget. And so it's just something I was recognizing that we want to probably.
If that fund goes away, then we don't need those cards.
Okay, well, then that was part of the reason for the conversation, is to make sure that we're not creating some sort of permanent liability in that situation. I don't think we would, but it's just a way of recognizing that we can keep track that and keep an eye on that.
Correct, yeah.
The other thing we discussed this morning was the funds coming in for.
The encumbrances for McGlinchey, Stafford. and
Yeah, for the
Scotty
various
Brown.
activities going on with this
I
investigation.
was
we
just
got
gonna
going on.
ask about that. yeah.
And
Yeah.
because right now we're not tracking that, I mean, we could easily get a surprise.
Well,
And
that's
so-
what I wanted to know. Is this, I mean, is this just the
These
first
are- these are
installment
the-
here, or is this?
No,
the-
well, these are based on the conversation I had with the prosecutor on Friday. I asked Adrian and Debbie to get the encumbrances or the purchase orders in place to cover those expenses as they come in. So we're not getting a then and now. Because if we start getting invoices and we haven't reserved the money, then that's a then and now.
I mean, is this a estimate, this number, or is this?
Well, no, it's somewhat of an estimate. It's based on what the prosecutor believes has been generated in terms of work. That we're probably looking at this amount of money for starters.
It's
And
probably a
hopefully-
minimum, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it won't be a lot more than this, but we need to get something. in
And this is related to, the Scota Minotti is related to the second investigation for the auditor's office, is that
That's for
right?
the forensic accounting.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
I had suggested having a conversation with the prosecutor and just kind of get a budgetary item
Right.
in mind, you know, we.
I mean, that
There's
it's
a lot
an
of unknowns,
open-ended,
but-
Well, and I think
situation.
he's sensitive to that. He always, he knows, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, he understands our concern. Obviously, he'd like to be able to give us a precise estimate ahead of time, but until they get into it and start looking, he doesn't know for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he sees it as being a huge number, but it's not a small number either. It's something we have to provide for.
We should
in the-
probably
in the-
take some funds for that. so.
I'm sorry, the McGlinchey Stafford, is that the,
That's the special prosecutor.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that's a law firm. Yeah, that's for the special
And
prosecutor.
that's just, it says $5,000, is that correct? I mean, that's just what?
That's just to get money in place, you know, and we'll keep an eye on the bills that come in. So you can increase the encumbrance once you got in place. We need to get in place so that we're covered.
We're gonna be tracking those two, purchase orders internally
Okay.
to keep track of the expenses.
But we haven't received any invoices yet?
No,
not yet,
No.
no.
But we gotta get some sort of, we don't want surprises like,
Right.
you know, so this
Right.
year we've received a few surprises and it's nice not to be surprised. Get some sort of gross estimate so we at least.
Well, the prosecutor's
estimate
giving us the
this.
heads up. He just can't give us he can tell us about how much has been generated so far, but he
Right.
doesn't know for sure.
Okay. Okay.
So with that, that's all I have.
All right.
on that. So,
So the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute Resolution 18-012, itemizing the financials for the meeting of January 30th, 2018. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Claypool?
Yes.
Commissioner Arnold?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good.
How's everybody?
Good.
Morning?
Got that runway plowed this morning?
Oh, yes. 9 o'clock this morning. Get up and go post Norton. Today we're here to acknowledge the Medevac agreement. Medevac has signed a contract with us for another 5 years, with an option to renew for an additional 5 years. Seem to be in good shape with them, good relationship, and we're all ready to go.
Okay.
Good?
The Airport Authority is requesting the Board acknowledge and execute the amended and restated lease agreement between the Geauga County Airport Authority and Air Methods Corporation for a period of 5 years, December 1st, 2017 through November 30th, 2022, with the right to extend the term for a successive term of 5 years.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Claypool? Commissioner Arnold?
Yes.
I know there was a place there for Ralph to sign. Will we need to read that agreement till he does, or just not?
No,
No.
if as long as we get, the board took the action, you got two commissioners, I think we're okay. There's some things by law you have to have all three, I don't think this is one.
No, I don't, no, this is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Okay. Engineer,
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
thank you. Nick?
Morning.
Is busy this morning, huh?
Yeah, last night too.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. Item 4 on here is to get the commissioners to execute the Ohio Department of Transportation certification of lane mileage for 2017, 235.674 miles. There is no change, there hasn't been any change in county mileage in the last few years. Only township, Chester did change this year, so they'll have some additional mileage on their certification in the Hunting Ridge subdivision. But other than that, this is just a standard procedure.
This is just the county roads.
This is just purely county roads, 235.674.
Do you know what the number is at all roads in Geauga County? How many miles are there?
It's somewhere like 1,300, something like that. So, I don't know it off the top of my head.
I think Joe's got a little chart on his wall over there. that
It's on
just
our,
shows
it's
them.
on, it's actually on the county map. If you turn around, it should be up on that county map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
It
find
was,
that kind of stuff fascinating.
so,
Read that.
County Engineer's Office is requesting the board accept and execute the Ohio Department of Transportation Office of Technical Services 2017 County Highway System Mileage Certification for 235.674 miles.
So,
Second?
Commissioner Clickwell?
yep.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Do you put yep in there when you say yep? Or?
yeah.
Yep.
Item 5 on here is to approve the reduction of the 33% maximum load limit on county and township roads effective February 15th. And that'll coat for the freeze-thaw excessive moisture as it comes out of the roads. Not so much as it's coming into it, but as it comes out of the road. That's what the intent of this is for. We did not do this last year because of the weather we had, but
Mhm.
this year we,
Is it getting real cold?
you can see with that cold spell we had early on, it popped the roads quite a bit. so
Right. So that keeps the heavy truck traffic.
It reduces the loads that trucks can carry
Mm-hmm.
on marked roads, all the posted roads.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, how do they know that?
we post them. Signs go up on every single one of the roads at all terminuses. We post that list here at the county, at the commissioner's office, and we give it to our sheriff department so that they can enforce.
Will
it.
that show up on like permitting routes and stuff? You know, like say, you know, you need a permitted load, you know,
Yeah.
will that show up when
Yeah,
they're
it'll
pulling
be,
permits?
we will build. Yeah, if they
Yeah.
try to pull a permit,
It would,
They
okay.
will know that they can't get. They won't be able to
I
get.
was curious,
Yeah.
you know, like wide, heavy loads,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do we have a scale for the sheriff?
Yes.
I think that's what Ralph used to do, didn't he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't remember seeing a scale on the road.
Mhm.
We have portables.
Yeah.
They're in the back of one of those trucks.
Do you drag it around looking for a heavy truck and say pull them over? And
Basically, that's what they do. They watch the trucks as they go, and we usually have a scout and a chase vehicle sometimes. So
Okay, great, I want to read that.
County Engineer's Office is requesting the board approve the reduction by 33% to the maximum load limit permitted on all county and township roads effective February 15th, 2018, in accordance with Section 5577.07 of the Ohio Revised Code. This reduction is necessary to minimize damage to the roads during periods of freeze and thaw and excessive moisture.
so,
Second?
Commissioner Pickett?
yep.
Commissioner Wall?
Yes.
thank you.
We'll
All
see.
right, have a good day. Sheriff's Office.
I have to be careful when I go to Costco. I don't put too much stuff in the back of my van, right?
Yeah, like up in Michigan, they don't open up their roads till like April up there.
And they have those trucks with all those
Yeah.
axles on
Yeah.
it too, which
Yeah.
bring the weight up.
Morning.
Good morning.
You've been a busy guy. Huh? Good, good.
The first item here is the VAWA grant. This is the Violence Against Women's grant. This is a deputy that's assigned that assists with any domestic violence cases and helps them proceed through with protection orders and CPOs and that kind of stuff. Pretty much covers her whole salary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Read that.
Sheriff's Office is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Services, OCJS, VAWA Stop Violence Against Women Act Grant 2017-WF-VA2-8214, pre-award conditions and standard assurances forms in the amount of $79,990.41, which is $59,992.80 OCJS, and $19,997.61 local county match. This grant is for the period January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
Okay. So that 19,997, that comes out of the general fund or out of your budget then, or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Some of that's like, that whole total is for benefits and salaries and everything.
Right, so that's entire, that's one employee right there.
Right.
That'll- Yeah.
100 grand.
Yeah. Great.
So moved.
Second? Yep.
Claypool?
Yes. Okay. Next one.
The next one is the federal equitable sharing agreement that we have to have approved every year to show where we spent the money, how much it came in, and we have to get that signed and filed, and that's,
Okay.
Do we have to do that?
Mm.
I'll just stay home, leave us home. Can you read it?
Sheriff's Office is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the annual federal equitable sharing agreement and certification for year ending December 31st, 2017.
So moved, yep.
Second? Yes.
Picked up on that.
I did.
Scott has,
Trying to
just
summarize.
a little note, we were down there visiting with him, talking about cars, and he's put up on his corridor there outside his office some really great historical pictures going back. Sheriff's Department's going back even into the 50s.
Back when he first started, is that?
so when you started.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really neat to see. It was,
There's certificates up there where the sheriff was certified by the governor from the 1800s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you get a chance, look at it.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
there's an interesting one I can show you later. It's Sheriff Robusky, who was kind of a legend in the early 60s, put up like a campaign coloring book.
Right.
And one of the pictures he has in there is kind of poking fun at the three guys who are kind of cheap and won't provide money. Don't know who they
Well, he was rub-a-dub-dub, three guys in a tub.
Yeah.
Color him stingy.
That's right. So some things.
You won't be putting one of those out, right, Scott?
No, that's it.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
The first one's, we just want to move this person a day before. We started it out on Monday, we're going to push it until Sunday, so working with other departments, trying to get some things done.
Okay.
Maintenance Department is requesting the board amend the motion from January 9, 2018, correcting the start date to read, approve hiring Aaron Bolt to the position of full-time maintenance worker, number 1904, to be effective February 4th, 2018, at a rate of $13.97 per hour, with a one-year probationary period. This offer of employment is contingent upon the successful completion of the required pre-employment conditions.
Okay. Second?
Commissioner Claypool?
Yeah.
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is for carpet on the first floor of the courthouse. We're going to do the whole first floor except for the courtroom, which was just done, I want to say about 5 years ago, when we had that flood up there.
Yeah.
So everything else, we have some people that are not in offices right now, so this is gonna be a great time to get in there and get the jury room done and get those offices done.
What's flood?
We had a pipe burst up in the attic.
Okay.
I shouldn't say pipe, it
Was
was
it-
a drainage pipe.
The,
for
the
roof.
the gutters in that building actually drain internally.
Uh-huh, and then to like a main.
And it actually broke off just inside coming in the wall. I was up there and I saw it. You go up in this like attic area where all the HVAC and all that,
Mhm.
and it broke off. And this is right after we'd done renovations on the third floor,
Oh.
and the water just ran down inside and
Oh.
traveled down. It was a mess. Yeah, just unfortunate. That's when you got an old courthouse.
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
do.
yeah. So new carpeting.
Yeah, we've added approximately $4,000 to this, because once we pull up that carpet, we don't know what that floor is gonna be like. So $4,000 will be approximately for a 1/4 inch underlayment that would lay down.
Mhm.
What that helps is with squeaks and everything. If the floor is all uneven, we'll lay that down, but that will be determined once we pull the carpet up, if we lay it down or not.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Do
Mhm.
you know if there's asbestos under there, Glenn? Asbestos tile?
No.
There isn't any? Or you don't know?
No, there's not.
Oh.
So, we have a complete book. When I first got here, we had all the buildings asbestos tested and lead tested, and I have a complete book over there that has all the spots.
I think it's been an issue like on basement floors in some cases.
Most of your tile floors, your basic 9x9 is gonna be asbestos, 90%
Mhm.
chance it's gonna be. Your 12x12s, 90% is not gonna be asbestos. I'm not
Mhm.
sitting here saying it's not gonna be. There's a 10% of 12x12 will be asbestos.
I would bet those buildings are so old, they're like pre-asbestos probably.
Well, we've,
I mean, seriously, right? I mean,
most of the time
yeah.
it's the glue though,
Yeah.
so, and that's what you gotta look at.
Oh, okay, like the binder for the,
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
right.
So, with that test, it states everything that's, what we have that is asbestos.
Okay.
And I wanna say we have probably a handful, and most of it's pipes, a couple 90s,
Right.
small parts.
Insulation,
So,
yeah.
insulation,
Yeah.
that goes around your water heater pipes and
Mhm.
stuff like that, so. The courthouse is pretty much clean, so.
Good.
We have a couple of small spots in there.
So this carpet's for the like entryway and hallways and.
Not the hallway.
No.
No, I'm not covering up that marble floor.
No, okay.
So, but everything else on
Okay.
the one side, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Maintenance Department is requesting the board approve and execute a service contract agreement with Burton Carpet Shop Incorporated to perform carpet installation at the Geauga County Courthouse during the year 2018 in an amount not to exceed $16,929.12.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Claypool?
Yeah.
Commissioner Ryan?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day. Good morning.
It's just a continuation of collection efforts for the various programs that we used to have through our office, so it's for the infrastructure program.
Okay. So this is satisfied, okay. Septic system.
We did also collect a late fee of 5% because she was 2 years late in.
Okay. And this was from a prior, how far back does this date, like, when did this program begin? You think when they entered into
Well,
this deal?
her loan was from 2005.
5, okay. Okay. We'll read that.
Community and Economic Development Office is requesting the board approve and execute the satisfaction of mortgage for Lawrence and Claudia Azer for the installation of new septic system on property located at 15571 Valley View Drive, Burton, as the mortgage in the amount of $13,275 under the revolving loan infrastructure program has been satisfied.
So,
Second?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Claypool?
Yes.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes. That program's no longer in.
No.
No.
Commissioners in there.
Yeah.
And this last action is simply to rescind the motion. Initially, we were going to have a special meeting on the 24th for you to jointly consider the hire of an employee. We determined we didn't meet the notification requirements.
Oh, right.
So this is just canceling that action.
Okay.
Commissioner's Office is requesting the board rescind the motion from January 23rd, 2018 that read, schedule a special session to hold an executive session on January 24th, 2018 at 8 a.m. to consider the employment of a public employee.
move.
Second?
Commissioner Claypool?
Yep.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes. Okay, and then acknowledgements.